Hi, this is Sherry from the blog OurLifeHomeschooling.com, where I share homeschooling encouragement for everyday moms. I'm going to be talking today about a realistic guide for a simple, large family Christmas. Every family is different. No family size is better than another. We personally, however, love the fullness of little people in every corner of the house, the sound of children's voices, the pitter-patter of feet, a kitchen that is a rotating door with tasty meals being made all day. We love having a big family. Having a large family is our personal preference. It's also a gift from the Lord. And we absolutely love it. Although I am constantly learning new ways and better ways to take care of each of the people in our home, I am going to share with you my realistic guide for a simple, large family Christmas. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sherry. I am a homeschooling mom to 9 kids. We have one on the way who's coming in just a few weeks. We are super excited about that. I am married to my high school sweetheart, Nelson. We've been married for 22 years. I love sharing homeschooling encouragement on my YouTube channel and on the blog, OurLifeHomeschooling.com. I've shared a few times about our experience as a large family, some of the background behind that. I'm going to put that video above so you can go ahead and take a look at that if you'd like to. Neither I nor my husband came from a family of our size. Both of us came from families that had 4 kids, which is bigger than the average size, but definitely not the same as 9+ children. And so for both of us, it's been a complete learning curve, something totally new for us to learn how to manage just the volume that comes with more people and more things. And so especially at Christmas time, where the stakes are higher, there's a lot more pressure, a lot more to do, and there's a time crunch. Big families are a unique dynamic. While every family is busy this time of year, in my opinion, big families are more of a survival kind of busy. Just taking one day at a time, trying to keep everyone fed, clothed, meet all the individual needs of each of our kids, and then of course to be able to get gifts. When you have more people, there's just more of everything. More people going different places, more meals to make, more cleanup, more mess. Everything is just more. So the needs of a large family are different. When I see what average size families are able to do, and even some things that we were able to do when we were a smaller family, it makes me realize how different our lifestyle is. And it's so easy to compare yourself and to feel like you are that you should be doing all those things. But I believe that you can keep Christmas simple and meaningful for your large family. You don't need to feel like you have to do all the things. You don't need to feel the pressure to have matching pajamas or perfect decorations or, have a certain amount of cookies made or have, the house a certain way. You can still have a very meaningful Christmas with the people you love. And it can be very simple. You can stay home, watch movies, bake cookies together, play board games. It can be simple and still be wonderful. So let go of that pressure that you feel that it has to be and look a certain way. And you might find that you have a very meaningful Christmas with your large family. The first thing I would say is to seriously narrow your to-do list. When you write your to-do list, is it realistic that you can accomplish all the things on there? For my to-do list this year, I have things written on there that people probably wouldn't even write on their to-do list. Really obvious things like get the tree, wrap the gifts, order gifts online. I like to make a picture calendar from Snapfish for the family. A lot of the things that are on my list are just very obvious things, and I only have about 8 things on my list for the whole Christmas season. Take a good look at what you have on your list and think, is this realistic? Is there anything I can cut out? Maybe it's something you really don't want to give up, but giving it up just might bring more joy and peace to you and the whole family. The second tip is don't put Christmas expectations of an average size family on your large family. Now, no matter how much I know this and I tell myself this, I still do it again and again. I see things that my kids' friends are doing or other families are doing. They're giving special gifts to their co-op teachers or their church teachers. They're able to go out and see, all these different performances. And I feel this pressure or this guilt that I should be able to provide that for, our different ages and do those kinds of things. There may be projects that you want to make with your kids or things that you would like them to be able to do or to see this time of year when you see what other families are doing. But this may not be the best time of year or the best year to do it. It doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. It might be better to plan those kinds of projects other times of the year when things aren't under such a crunch of time and when you don't have so much pressure on you to get things done by December 25th. Just because you can't do it now doesn't mean it's not ever going to happen. It just means that this may not be the best time to do that. So don't put average size family Christmas expectations on your large family. Number 3, order gifts online. Now, this one may seem like an obvious no-brainer. Most people do this anyway, but it really makes all the difference for a large family. My husband and I, we like to sit at night after we get the kids in bed, almost every night leading up until maybe a week before Christmas. And we go through the list and we order our gifts online. We try to write everything out. It's almost like a date. We have popcorn and kombucha. That's our favorite snack. And we just go through and it's so much easier. Going out shopping is a real time sucker and even more so for a large family. Number 4, keep up with your regular chore routine or your regular housework rhythms, whatever that is. If you're a mom of many, maybe you can relate to this scenario. I have had people say both of these things to me. How do you keep your house so clean? And someone else at a different time look around trying to be nice and make some comment about how I am just so laid back, which we all know translates to, I could never let my house go like this. If you come to our house at a time when we're expecting you, when we're having people over for company, when we're in our normal chore rhythms, our house looks pretty clean. We can all do a quick 15-minute pickup, or if everybody does their chores and they're all in their separate spaces, everything looks clean and we can pull things together. But if you come over when we've just been away for a few days, when I am working on a project, maybe cleaning out the basement or organizing a closet, doing something other than our normal routine, then when I'm doing that special project, everything else kind of goes to waste and it falls apart. So this applies even more to Christmas when our focus is on other things. If you are not, anytime you take time off of the normal making meals, doing laundry, picking up, things are going to just slowly kind of go downhill. And so that is why it's really important to just keep those regular rhythms. Have that time every day where everyone's doing their chore. Have that midday. We have a 15-minute pickup. I just pull out of my pocket whenever I need it. When I look around and things are just crazy, we pull out the 15-minute pickup and it can just kind of get everything back in place again in a short period of time. Number 5 is allow your older kids to help. I'll give an example of this. One year, I was feeling the pressure of all the things that needed to be done, and I do try to make these Christmas calendars from Snapfish. They're photo calendars. It's a great deadline for me to be able to get all our pictures together and put them in a calendar, something that we can look back at year after year and remember what we did that year. I love doing it. We give it to our grandparents. It's just a great gift and something nice to have. One year I was feeling so much pressure about this project. It seemed like it was getting slowly bigger over the years. And I was starting to realize, I don't know if I'm going to get this done. Meanwhile, my girls were asking me over and over, hey, Mom, can we do the calendar this year? They wanted to do the calendar. Well, of course, my type A personality said no. I just didn't think they could do it as well as I could. Finally, I got to the point where I realized if I don't let them do this, it's just not going to get done. Maybe it's better to have something than to have nothing at all. So I gave them the okay, and I said, all right, go ahead. I showed them how to do it. What happened was it was obviously not exactly how I would have done it, but they got all the pictures into the calendar, and I was able to just go in and make a few tweaks, and it was just how I would have liked it. It was so worth letting them do it. And there are so many ways that kids can contribute, and they love to contribute. So think of things that kids can do to help you. It may not be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be how you would do it. Let them decorate the tree. Our tree always looks like it's been decorated by kids, and that's okay because we have a lot of kids here, and we like to make them a part of Christmas. Let them wrap the gifts. They're not going to look great, but let them do it. They love doing it. Sometimes if I have projects that are looming that I just feel like this closet is such a mess, if we don't just clean out this closet before Christmas, it's just something that's kind of an obstacle. Pay them. Offer to pay anyone. We have often paid kids to match socks, to clean out Tupperware cupboards. There's lots of things that we have just offered money for. It just helps with me not having to do the job, and it gives them something to do and a way to make money. So look around and see what your kids can help you with this Christmas. Number 6, accept imperfections. If you ask me, this is the ticket to a simple, large family Christmas. If you have had a lot of kids for any period of time, if you have any kids for any period of time, things are messy. And the more people you have, the more mess there is. There's a proverb from the Bible that says, where no oxen are, the crib is clean. And so if you have children in your home, it's not going to be put together. Things are going to easily, kids get things out, they dump things, and you're making meals. Sometimes when they're real little, they can't help you with the cleanup. It's a lot of work. It's worth it. They are worth it. The joy of having them in our home and having full houses with little children's voices, it's so worth it. But it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be like all the pictures you see on Instagram. You're going to have a 4- and 6-year-old that go pull your trumpet ornaments off the Christmas tree and start up their own band. We have a section of Christmas lights that always goes out. It's just inevitable. There's just going to be things that go wrong. The kids are going to fight. Accepting imperfections and keeping a peaceful attitude is just the ticket to having a simple Christmas. Be okay with just being together this time of year. The last thing I would say is that your attitude is everything. You have such an influence in your home. Your attitude is catchy, whether you want it to be or not. When your kids and your husband see your peaceful, calm attitude, even in the midst of chaos or things not going the way you wanted them to, it reflects on them. It's contagious. And it really can set the mood. You have such an opportunity to set the mood and to influence your family for good. Draw strength from the Lord. Find moments to yourself where you can make sure you are in God's word every day. Remember the reason for Christmas. God becoming flesh, the creator, the king of all kings, condescending and coming down, becoming the servant of the world and giving himself to save people. These are the reasons that we celebrate Christmas. And if you can keep that perspective and keep that peaceful and thankful attitude, Look around at all the people in your home and realize, I don't deserve any of this. This is a gift that God has given us. And be thankful. Just be thankful. That is the answer to a simple, large family Christmas. So I hope this has been encouraging to you. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas.